Hi friends, it's Meatloaf Day. You ready? I'm gonna roll up my sleeves for this one. I'm making 2 meatloafs. One for today, one for the freezer. You guys must think, what kind of freezer does this girl have? Well, I got a fridge with a freezer here, a chest, this is 3 pounds, a chest freezer in the back porch, a tall freezer in the garage, as well as another refrigerator in the garage. My meatloaf's a lot like my meatballs. Instead of my homemade spaghetti sauce, I mean, there's nothing fancy going on here, but again, all of my life I've had compliments on it, so I don't know what I do right or wrong. This is just how I do it. This girl that you're looking at didn't even eat meatloaf till I was like 35. I think I told you once before, I wasn't the biggest meat lover until I learned how to shop for better meat. That one there is only 85%. I mean, I do 85 and above. 85 is actually better for burgers and meatloaf. You need that little bit of fat for both satiation as well as, I don't know, it's not bad for you. What's bad for you is I didn't clean off my cutting board. So I see some spinach from my quinoa salad earlier. By the way, the tomato jam that I made in the previous video, hang on. It's still going. It's still boiling away and reducing, and it's delicious because I tasted it. So, we're going on a full hour, low simmer. If you were making that, if you're going to make that, plan on it simmering for a while. You want it to be thicker. So, again, these tomatoes are the end of the summer. Glasses are coming off for a minute. Naked meat. Naked meat. We're going to season the naked meat. Salt. 2 times. And remember, I'm doing 2 meatloafs, and I know that I have 1.5 pounds per meatloaf, so I'm going to put a lot of salt. Black pepper. Worcestershire. So let's pretend that one's 1 over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do yours the way you like yours. I already forgot something to take out of the fridge. I didn't take my eggs out. So for 3 pounds, garlic powder to your liking. Seasoned salt. That's just me. My mom used seasoned salt. If you're making potato and macaroni salad, this makes it something. Hang on a minute. For each pound of meat, an egg. So, 1. You're probably saying, Lori, what if the shell goes in? Then I'll fish it out. That's what I do. 3. This is a big onion, or I would have done more onions. I'm not done with this yet. This is the part that Sam's Club. Hang on. Oh. What am I going to do with this giant thing of ketchup? I mean, I need it. I'll use it, but storing it. So in my meatloaf, the way I do my meatballs, I put tomato sauce right in. In my meatloaf, I put ketchup right in. So this is a 1/4 cup. That's what I put in per pound. 1, 2, 3. That might seem like a lot, but we're a ketchup family. We did this forever. It gives it a lot of flavor. And I'm not done with that ketchup because you already know where I'm going to go with that. There's going to be a topping. So, breadcrumbs. These are regular 4C Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. This is 1/3 cup. I'm going to do that times 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, this is a big onion. So, I normally would put a lot of onions. I probably would put more than this. Dave loves onions, I love onions. And if you put onions in your meatballs and your meatloaf, and you're probably saying, I don't like to see onions, then chop them smaller. If you put them in there, it adds moisture to your meatloaf. So I'm cutting them super thin, and I'm looking at this versus you so I don't lose a knuckle. This is the oddest positioning I'm ever cutting in. Notice I haven't dipped into that yet because I got to mix it with my hands because that's the best tools, and then I'll show you how I finish it all off. We're going to be done quick. I cannot obviously bake this meatloaf for you. I will be baking it later. I have a doctor appointment today, so I'm literally going to go to the doctor. I'm going to bake it before the doctor appointment so that when I come home, dinner's done. So that was half of an onion, and believe it or not, they're cut really thin and small. So I'm going to put those in, and I'm going to do the other half. What I do differently is sometimes I top my meatloaf. There's a turkey meatloaf that I make that has the ketchup-y topping with onions right in the topping, so that when you're baking the meatloaf, the onions cook on top. It's really a good recipe. And in that one I put oats instead of breadcrumbs, so it's a much healthier one. I might make that one too and freeze it. I've done that. I make them, especially for the summer. Oh, I got onion eyes. For the summer, I love to have things like this in my freezer that I could take out while we're on a boat. And I put the whole thing right in a crock pot and go on the boat all day, or down at the beach all day. And we come back and it's done. You can do this meatloaf in a crock pot. I've done it. You could do it right in the ceramic loaf pan into your crock pot. Does this look like a lot of onions to you? We like onions, I told you. Now, this is where I get down and dirty with the meat, and I'm going to win the fight. So, that's it. That was salt and pepper, an egg per pound, a quarter cup of ketchup per pound, a third a cup of breadcrumbs of your choice per pound. I've done whole wheat, but this is, since I'm doing 85% beef, this is a regular, old-fashioned meatloaf from the Willett house to my kids' Rayner house to now the Trombley house. Dave likes meatloaf. Another way I used to do it was brown gravy, peas, mashed potatoes on the side. Dave does not like brown gravy. I've gotten Dave to like this meatloaf with the topping that I do. I'm not going to mix it to death because I don't want tough, rubbery meatloaf. To be honest with you, meatloaf's not my favorite, but I eat it, and I especially like it, the way I like it the best is cold for a meatloaf sandwich with mustard. I used to eat my meatloaf sandwiches with ketchup. I'm not saying I wouldn't eat a meatloaf sandwich with mayonnaise. There's nothing wrong with that either. But I wouldn't be able to fit a meatloaf sandwich anymore. I could fit the meatloaf, and then I'm going to have some of my quinoa on the side if I can do both at the same time and not be too full. So this is just about where I want it. A couple more flips of the stuff. You know the gook stays at the bottom. See? There it was. Punch it down. So like I said, I'm making two. One's going in the freezer. You don't know how much that helps you. You can't even see me. So one goes in the freezer. I was looking for the other pan. The one for today, this is not a loaf pan, but we love this, or I love this, because you get more surface and a thinner meatloaf. It's a brownie pan. So by surface, I mean it's thinner meatloaf, and the topping that I put on it, you get more of, because literally I cut this in fours. Or slices, whichever. So that's one meatloaf, and I still got a whole meatloaf. Now watch. The other one's going in a regular loaf pan. Maybe I'll do this one today because it's fall. So I just made us two meatloaves, and now because this bowl is dirty, you think I'm going to go dirty another dish before I make my topping for these? It's not happening. And I'll show you my topping, which is probably your topping, after I do something with these fingers of mine. So, yeah, I don't know which one I think I'm gonna cook this one today. So score down the center, like a well. Make a cross in this one, because some of the sauce will stay in there. Now, this is gross. My hands are not clean. This towel's going right in the washing machine. Gross. Okay, back to that giant ketchup. The topping is going to be the same topping as you probably do. We're doing two meatloaves. One, that's a half a cup. I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup. I'm eyeballing. I'm guessing. We're going to see. Put that big ketchup away. Ugh. Brown sugar. So my husband had a plastic container outside with mothballs in it. I opened it up. Now that's all I can smell. This is an eighth. I don't want that. I can't do the math on that. I'm going to do, I don't want that either. Too much. I'm going to do a third of a cup of brown sugar for 3/4 of a cup of ketchup. This is really guessing, people. I've never sat and measured. I just do it by eye. Spicy brown mustard. I don't know. We'll say a 1/4 cup. Some black pepper. No salt for me. Some Worcestershire. This is my glaze. Now, unlike everybody, that was about 6 dashes. Everybody else says put the glaze on the end. If this isn't enough glaze for the 2 of these, then I'll make more glaze. I don't put it on in the end. I put it right on in the beginning, and I bake it till the meat's done. I'm going to say 375, probably 45 minutes. I mean, we're having a hamburger here, people, so if it's a little underdone and you like it more, leave it longer. I'll start with this one. So the well kind of gives it a place to go. And smear it around. Oh, this is going to be good. What's your thoughts? I want to know how you make yours. I want to know. Tell me your meatloaf recipes, and if you like meatloaf, if you do it different. This is going to be flavorful and moist because of the onions, and I don't know, I have no complaints. It's not my favorite thing I make, but you know what? When I can make a meal, one meal, and the day beats it too, that's a win for me. Growing up, we had this a lot because 99 cents a pound was hamburger meat when I was a kid. Actually, when I had my kids home, it was 99 cents a pound. That is not the case. Now it's insane. I made enough glaze. I got 2 meatloaves, one for the freezer, one for tonight. My hands are filthy. My kitchen is wrecked. Tomato jam is done. Hang on. Beautiful, perfect banana muffins. I mean, they are perfect. When I say that recipe's perfect, get on it. And then if you want to see something else, I might as well show you if you haven't seen it yet. Look at this Greek quinoa salad. It's just getting better and better. As it sits in the fridge for the day, it gets better and better and better. So we have done quite a bit. I gotta take a bite. Oh my God, the flavor. Make that. Let me know your thoughts. Gross. Walking with my mouth full. Tell me your thoughts on your meatloaf, banana muffins, tomato jam. Done. Done. I'll show you it's done. Now, for the tomato jam, you can actually do the emulsion blender and make it skin free, which I might do. But I like a little skin in this. When it cools, it thickens. All done for the day, girls and boys. Thanks for being with me. We've made meatloaf, and I hope you like it. I love you.